Welcome. This is the Super 7 review of the Red Ranger and the Metallic Red Ranger. So we're going to start with just the regular Super 7 Red Ranger itself. He has the standard, if you've seen my other videos on Super 7 Power Rangers, he has the same exact articulation. He has the ab crunch. His head will tilt all the way back. So now the thing about the leg, same with all these other figures, you're not going to get like that full front like high kick. That's about as far as it'll go. So if you're expecting it to do much more than that, it's not going to. And I think that's probably people's biggest criticisms about these figures, because they're so expensive and they have the limited articulation compared to, say, a Hasbro figure or a Bandai Legacy figure that would have more articulation. But you get all this detail. Like, look at that helmet. That helmet looks great. That looks like the Red Ranger. Unlike the first Hasbro Lightning Collection Red Ranger helmet that does not look like this. This was well done. I appreciated that being correct. You've got the belt that says Power Rangers that is not technically screen accurate because it actually says Zyuranger from the Sentai footage from Japan. If you're wondering what the square peg is on the side here, that's actually where the Dragon Dagger, so when you make him go into like the Dragon Armored mode, it just clips right in there for the Dragon Dagger holster. He's got a piece of fuzz on him. Alright. So, articulation's exactly the same as far as that goes. The boots, the bottom of the boots are black. As far as accessories, this is where another thing that sets Super 7 apart from the other figures. We'll start, of course, with the power sword that comes with most every Red Ranger they've ever released. It's painted really nicely. The detail on the dragon, like the Tyrannosaurus, you can't really see the coin on there on either side, so that could be a drawback. He does come with the dragon shield, like I mentioned, where you can make him into the armored Red Ranger. He comes with the alternate arms with the bands on the biceps. He has 3 different versions of the Blade Blaster. You got holstered mode, blade mode, and blaster mode. Now they do say Power Rangers on them, so this is like the Americanized version. That's probably not coming up too good on the camera, so it doesn't say Zyuranger on those, so they're not technically screen accurate. And we're still going. This is the Morpher, because they do come with that. And I noticed that, with the remastered editions of the Hasbro ones, they did the same thing with the Morpher. And it does say Power Rangers, and you can kind of see the Tyrannosaurus coin. I've seen other people's figures of that, and their Morpher looks a little bit better than mine. You've got the Power Crystal for when it goes into, when they're creating the Megazord. You can kind of see the Tyrannosaurus there too. He also comes with a Dragon Dagger. You can see the dragon emblem pretty well on this. I feel like they did a better job on the Dragon Dagger than they did the Power Sword. Then you have the heads, and I think this is where pretty much everybody's complaints are. We'll start with the Austin St. John head, which does have the earring, but he just looks, I don't know, like bloated or something. It's like more like current Austin St. John versus the one from the 90s when he was like 18 when he did this show. I don't know, his cheeks or something, and this like the goofiest expression they gave him on his face. Like, I don't know why they couldn't just use like the stern face from like most of the promos of him. Now this is the Steve Cardenas head that comes with this, so if you want it to be the Rocky Red Ranger instead, you can. I think the Steve one looks a little bit better. Like, it looks like Steve. You can kind of see it. And see, he has like the natural expression that Steve normally has, and you can kind of see the resemblance. So this head's a little bit better than the Austin St. John head, or Jason head, as you want to call it. So we move to the this is supposed to be the metallic retro figure they just released that you can get on Hasbro Pulse, or I don't know if they're still currently available, but. And this is why I commented on the White Ranger video. I said the White Ranger was the best of the metallics, because honestly, he doesn't really look metallic to me at all. I don't like that they just kind of cheaply painted over the belt buckler like it's just a red paint, instead of just putting like a red orb, how these figures would have come. A lot of people have been griping online about this should be more reminiscent to the 1995 movie figures, where it would have had the 8 symbol, but clearly on the packaging for this thing it says Jason, so that's probably why they didn't go that route. So this is supposed to be Jason, this is not supposed to be Rocky. So, but it's still not accurate, because these figures specifically had more supposed to be like the movie figures. So he has the Tyrannosaurus emblem instead. He has the exact same movements, and he even has the peg to create the armored Red Ranger, even though the arms won't match, but you could at least do the dragon dagger thing and put the shield on him, because the head will probably come off, and maybe the arms will. But with these figures, I'm not risking it. Just like with the White Ranger, he comes with just the basic accessories. He comes with the flip head, basic sword, and blade blaster, which I mean, I get it why they did it, because it was supposed to be just real basic, which this one also came with that one, but they're just so basic that I don't understand. Like, just give me the painted one again. But this one, as far as like the type of plastic, it feels about the same as this one. This one still feels like the better figure, but I mean, there's like a $20 difference between these two, but it just doesn't seem metallic to me, like, at all. I mean, yeah, it just looks like maybe just like a different type of paint, honestly, and that's really the only difference. But you still have that same like helmet detail, but that's really the only two differences as far as these figures go. Yeah, the boots are not painted, but on the movie figures or the basic figures, they weren't painted either. So that's actually accurate where they are painted here. Hasbro got that wrong, so yay Super 7 for getting that right. This one, the holster's not as big. I mean, you might be able to get that in that holster, but I just think it'll look kind of clunky. So I don't know about this one, but if you weren't able to afford this one but still want a Red Ranger, this one would be the more like affordable option. But I honestly don't know. Me personally, because I'm a completionist, I got it, so I had to have it for that reason alone. But I still prefer this one more, even though he is the more expensive of the two. And plus Jason is my favorite Ranger as well. But that's it. Did you pick either one of these up? Are you going to try to get them on the secondary market if they're not available anymore, which they're probably not, but you can always look and try. They occasionally refresh this stuff. Remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification for when my next video drops, and as always, thank you for watching.